folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Alright, this is going to be the, I know it's not such a thing re-Maiden, but this is going to be the maiden flight on the IX-14 SE with the Eurofighter, 90mm Eurofighter from Freewing, and I've got new canards. In the driveway several months ago, and I just hadn't replaced them, I hit a rock embankment and just ripped up this one canard, so I just bought new canards and put them on, and didn't put the new decals on. I figured I'll just leave them plain. So, all right, now I have a KM model afterburner inside of there, but I don't have it engaged. Instead, I have a KM model speed checker, and we're going to see what kind of speed we get out. It's got 19 satellites that it's hooked up to right now. So we're going to try that and check the speed, and then we'll unplug it and plug that KM model afterburner in and pull the drawers up. High rates, 4 minutes. Let's have some fun. First time flying this on the IX-14. Right, left, down, right, left, down, right, left. Air brake. All right, wind is sort of out of the west, so let's go down here. All the way those cheaters open up on top. Go down here to the east end of the field. All right. Now let's check and see what kind of speed we're getting with their speed checker. All right, timer set for 4 minutes, high rates. Shake this off. I haven't flown this plane in a hot minute, so here we go. I forgot to mention I'm running a, for battery, an HRB 6000. All right, here we go, full speed.
The gear is down, ready to land.
I need to do a gear pass real quick.
Time remaining 3 minutes. Braking. Cruise mode.
Definitely like high rates. Yeah, I haven't flown this thing in forever. All right, let's check our speed.
The jets are called.
Now, understand, it's with a 6000, also with the into the wind. So I don't think I broke 100 miles an hour, but we'll see. If I can get hold of it. Nope, 93 miles an hour. 93. So still not bad. Not bad. All right, now we'll plug that KM model afterburner in. Okay. Take her up again. All right. I've got to just get it down just to a handful of planes and fly those planes the most and get really used to them, but have so many different planes so I don't get really good at any one plane. So, but you know, wham wham wham, horrible problem to have, right? All right,
motor is hot, don't get your bad self burned.
now we got that beautiful KM model afterburner in there. Now we'll just fly for some enjoyment. Of course, that's the whole point, you know. If you're not enjoying yourself, why are you out here? All right, and I gotta just remember, if I see them lights, I know my gear's down, so. All right, 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. ha.
The gear is down. The gear is tucked away. Turn and burn, baby. The gear is down. Ready to land. One minute. Air brake deployed. Braking.
All right.
Mode. Air brake secure.
That approach is all about throttle. Your throttle is actually what determines your sink rate. Elevator just keeps the nose up, but that throttle is what needs to keep that your sink rate controlled. All right, 21 seconds left. Let's check the battery, see what kind of life we've got left, and then we'll go over our race. Good flight for haven't flown this thing in,
The jets are cool.
I don't know,
Safe to touch.
6-7 months now. And I haven't flown it yet on that, and it did fine on that IX-14 SE. So it imported just fine. 33% left, so that's perfect. So I still had 21 seconds, so really a 4-minute timer on a 6,000, 3.5-minute timer on a 5,000. Show you my battery placement real quick. If we come here, Gabe. For the 6,000, I have it pretty much even with the wood tray. If I had a 5,000, I'd have it up here on where these black lines are. Okay, let me show you my per cell. Okay. 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 35%. Okay, there you go. All right, now let's go over CG and go over the flying rates and all that kind of good jazz. Plug that afterburner back in there. Go over a few features of the plane. I know this doesn't have a light, but I wish that was a light right there. That's just me. All right, let me get turned around here so you can see what the graphically see what the flying rates look like. Don't have flaps. I just have the air brake on my normal flap switch, just on off basically.
Air brake secure.
Okay. The rates I just flew in, my high rates, ailerons are 65% with 50% expo, and that's tied to the canards. Elevator 100% with 50% expo, and that's also tied with the canards. The control board does all that mixing for you. You don't have to do that. And the rudder is 100% with 50% expo. I do not have a nose wheel gyro engaged. I instead have the air brake on a channel because I have an 8-channel receiver in there, and then the other channel is the reverse thrust. So that's all 8, I think. I think I'm missing a channel somewhere. I think the canards, I don't know. I don't remember now. I may have an empty channel. I probably could. Oh, wait, no, I do. That's right. I have the nose wheel gyro on a channel. So nose wheel gyro, air brake, and reverse thrust. And then the other 5 channels is for the full 8. Okay, so that's how that is. All right. Gyro settings. AS3X. The gyro I just set in, the capture my AS3X settings, the roll that I just got through in. Roll was 9, pitch was 11, yaw was 15. That's based upon how I had the gains on the roller, and I'm happy with that. I didn't have any oscillation. I seem to have some good control, so I'm okay with that. I might just capture those gains and leave that as my default gains, 9, 11, and 15. I'm almost gotten to the point where I don't even really use the gyros that much. Priority all at 100 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Or at least I don't think I'm using it. Stop lock. Wow. I never did anything with stop lock. It's got it at 1. It should be at 50. So I don't know what I did there. That's a new one on me. Okay. And gain sensitivity, one-time gains. Release rate, didn't do anything with that either. That's default 60, 60, and 80. Yeah, that stop lock should be at, I like putting that on 50 for jets. Let me just fix that real quick. We're going to fly it again here in a minute. Don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, but it obviously does something. I don't know. I just fly the plane. One-time gains on that. Yeah. Okay, we have 21 seconds. Let's talk about some of the features of the plane. Model throttle is off. Like I said, when you have thrust, if you need more air, these cheaters will pull more air over the fan. It automatically senses that. CG is actually written on the plane, but it's 215 millimeters back from the leading edge root, which puts it right down here at this hard plastic structure. So if you put it right there, got that long nose, I have to kind of do it between my legs here. But still, maybe, yeah, hold on. Try to get on fingertips, not all that precise. So that's pretty good right there. All right, that's your CG. Now pay attention to this gear as far as how long they take to go up and down. You got them gears to open, or the gear doors to open. What's really important is how long they take to come down. Because you got them gear doors now. Okay. That's slow. Okay, now we're gonna go down. Start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Give yourself 12, 15 seconds. Allow 15 seconds to make sure your gear's down. If you're not sure, do a gear pass. When in doubt, do a gear pass, okay? And that way, a good indication, I mean, I wish there was a light on the front of this, then I would know for sure. But if you see these lights coming at you, at least you know your mains are down. And that should be down. Hopefully it is. Worst case scenario, you do a belly land, you rip this antenna there off, and probably that door. But at least you get your plane back. Well, there you go. That is a 90mm Freewing Eurofighter. Great flying plane, pretty stable. Like I say, you just need a minimum of a 6-channel receiver. I have an 8 because I want to use thrust reverse and a nose wheel gyro, and I want this air brake. But I think you can get away with just 6 because you don't have flaps per se. This acts as your flaps, and the canards are paired in with the aileron or the elevons. So, all right, well, there you go, folks. Y'all have a good one. Gabriel, thank you for filming. Motion RC, thank you for taking whatever $620 of my money or however much this plane was. Y'all have a good one. God is good. And don't forget, fake family and friends, and then good old Eurofighters out here at Avon Park. Bye, y'all.